We're coming to the end of our morning session here. This trade along live session with Saul goes between 9 a.m. and about 11:30. Actually, the body of trading between 9:30 and 11:30. We're usually here to about 12 noon. For those that are looking to learn how to trade or learn how to trade better, especially in these volatile times, you might consider working with Saul based on his mentoring and his coursework. We call it mentoring and training. You work with him in private class, you tune up your trading skills, you add quite possibly Saul's ability to your ability to set key levels, his pivot and other levels on top and bottom of that pivot. These are his proprietary scalping levels. And then learn the entries, exits, and stops and the whys. Why you're entering here and not there, why you're placing your stop here, not there, and the whys of the trade. The entries, the exits, and the stops. That's what he teaches individuals based on his price action trading strategy. If you have a trading strategy and like to have it tuned up, we also do that. There's a lot that goes on here, both publicly and privately. This is the Trade Along Live session, mornings, trading days, again, between 9 a.m. and 12 noon with the body of the trade happening. So Saul sets his levels right around 9:30 Eastern time, which is the opening bell. And then we go through the morning session together, really focusing on and adjusting and tweaking based on those levels, and he calls them levels and zones. Today he gave out levels, and I'll give them out to everybody again. $40. He had support at 30, 19, 05, 42.92, 80, 66, 50, 52, and 34. Above he had 52, 60, 72, 82, 92, 44.06. And then he adjusts and tweaks based on price action, market action, momentum, and follow through. So there is a method to the trading madness. If you want to learn it, to try to tighten up where you are based on your trading, make sure that you, sign up for the service, go from guest status to subscriber, become part of Saul's friends and family, and then decide if you want to take his mentoring, personalized mentoring, and his training. Now, his training happens in here in the trading day in this side, which is the Trade Along Live with Saul session. And he works with those that are part of his training, on a daily basis. I just got the 999,000 call about my car warranty. Hey, Philip, appreciate it. Laurel, how you making out? Thanks for coming in. Welcome to Saul's friends and family. Marlies, did you make a decision on what you want to do? Kathleen, are you part of Saul's friends and family? Just let me know back in chat. I don't have to go look it up. I appreciate it, Laurel. Glenn, thank you. I'll be in the background if anybody needs me. Take some initiative on your end to make sure you're all set based on your own trading, and they'll be glad to help you. Thank you. For those that would like to join us, you can find or have somebody come in and be part of our service. TradeAlongLive.com, TradeAlongLive.com. We're here every trading day, generally. What's nice about trading, it gives you freedom so that you can take off when you want. When you're good at it. The understanding here is that there are two silos. One is a trading academy, which is called TradeAlongTradingAcademy.com. And then there is this service, which is a Trade Along live service with Saul. Saul is a veteran of the trading pits in Chicago. He's been trading for 25 years or so. He's actively scalping for his own account. So he is involved. He's current. He's at risk. He has a particular trading strategy that he uses, which is called price action. I call that, in my humble opinion, for those that have tried all sorts of other things, the last bastion of hope for traders, as they are, because it's a fundamental. So price action trading is really a fundamental, in my opinion, in trading. In this case, Saul has derived or figured out or worked on for a long time, made his own, his ability to set, what should I call his levels? Maybe better levels than the standardized levels? I guess you have to witness it for yourself. Saul has come up with a way to set levels for himself, which gives, in his opinion, an advantage over other traders in trading the market for that particular morning. So today I read out the levels earlier, and those are the levels that individuals had looked at for their own trading, quite possibly loaded into their software, and quite possibly use them as a guide today from an educational point of view to help them do better in their trading or help you do better in your trading. So that's what we do every day. So there's two opportunities here. Under the umbrella of the Trade Along Trading Academy, which has all the details, TradeAlongTradingAcademy.com, which has all the details of the opportunities for you as individual traders. I think it should be remembered that Saul's trading, so he doesn't have to go to the website. He knows what it is. You should take advantage of the opportunity for your own trading and your own consistent profitability to be able to go review what's offered based on these services on a daily opportunistic basis. So Saul can take you into private class. He can mentor you, school you, teach you, hone you, and then you come into this Trade Along live session as the proving ground and the training area as you're applying your newfound trading skills. Doesn't get any better than that. What's nice about this service is it's broken up into two pieces. You've got the opportunity to train with Saul, which is great. And you have the opportunity to join him in his Trade Along live session as a separate subscription opportunity for you. This is for an introduction to Saul. So we've guests come into this Trade Along live session to spend time. Ultimately, they convert pretty quickly to a paid subscriber. And we have some discounts and deals, so raise your hand if you would like them. This Trade Along live session opens up at 9 a.m., goes 12 noon on a daily basis. And again, when I say the body of the trading, it starts at the opening bell and goes to about 11:30, which we're coming upon right now. Saul gives out his levels at the opening bell. He sets his levels. He constructs his levels. He derives his levels at 9:30, which is the opening bell. Then there's no rush. He comes in here, gives them to everybody. He assesses. So there is I guess everybody should do this, right? Like after the opening bell, all bets are off. If you come into the opening bell and you have prepared all night and all sorts of stuff to come into the opening bell and the opening bell goes off, the battle's begun. All the plans go out the window. That's why I call price action trading the last bastion of hope for traders. And the reason is because it's the action of current market change or price change in the S&P 500 E-mini versus Sol's pre-mapped out levels and zones. It's like Mothra versus Godzilla. So as the market opens up at 9:30, it gains a completely different personality because of the inflow of the activity. Like the inflow of activity today. So it's interesting. People come to us or come to Sol and they say, Sol, how do you make your money? How do you do your business? Can you teach me? Can you help me? Can you tweak me based on my current trading strategy? And Sol is willing to do that, but it really all comes down to the action of price. And in this case, the action of price in and around fixed points that are massaged a little bit. That's why they call them zones, based on the action of price as the market comes into those areas. So I digress a little bit. At the opening bell, Sol sets his levels. After the opening bell, Sol does a critical assessment for his own trading. It is a assessment based on risk. It's a risk assessment based on how the market is behaving based on reality after the opening bell. And he makes adjustments and tweaks to how he's going to handle this market's, this morning, the opening bell trade action. He'll adjust his contract size. He'll do some testing based on how his levels are behaving. You know, that is all taught to you if you desire or you need or you want or you want to develop consistent profitability or look to, then you would do that in private class. He would teach you how to do that, why you do it, how you do it, and then he would update you, work with you, tweak you based on where you're at currently and where you're going. And that's a bold, hard thing to do, to be able to have that ability, which Sol has, to take somebody from where they are, remove what's not working, keep what's working, add in his price action trading methodology, teach you how to set his levels, and then the what to do with the levels. And then as you apply it in your training, which is part of his mentoring, like mentoring/training, in this Trade Along Live segment, at the end, you can ask him, how did you do? I did this, this, and that. Sol quite possibly was in the same area, looking at the same level. He might have adjusted it, and he'll tell you. And he will work with you as he takes you under his wing to help tweak and adjust you based on the reality of the trade. And the key here is, how does it become an art form for you? Which is part of the process. How do you get good enough at something that it becomes second nature? Well, first you got to be good at it. I mean, second nature losing sort of stinks, right? Second nature winning is an undertaking, and Sol works with individuals to do it. But anyway, so we will be in the background. If anybody needs any assistance, if you're just finding about what we do, that's what we do every day. Your opportunity is to join us. Your opportunity is to sign up as a subscriber. Your opportunity is to ask questions, interact, talk to us personally if you so choose, and sign up if you're not getting it done on your end. In other words, if you're not done If you don't have confidence and you're not done by the end of the morning session, having banked your money for the day, then you may need help. And remember, it takes a strength to ask for help. And it takes strength to stick with it as you are being molded and adjusted based on your current trading methodology, which could be none, right? Or it could be something you've been working on and it's just not working for you. You know, and I think that's important for you to recognize by looking in the mirror how you're doing, what your goal, you know, what are your goals? If your goals is just to have fun and hang out and you know, interact with the market, that's great. If your goal is to come out of the end of the session as a professional gambler would do, bank money for themselves and be happy and walk off, you know, with their chips, you know, that's the individual that we're trying to stimulate for themselves. Your desire, you know, the old saying is you can't push a wet noodle. Well, there are people that rise to the head of the class because they choose to. And they do. And what's nice about this situation is Saul is in the here and now, and he is able to help you, work with you, tune you, and then support you and adjust you based on what you're currently doing as an individual as you're exercising the entries, exits, and stops in and around his pre-mapped out levels that become yours. But anyway, I don't think it gets much better than that. It's to you to decide what you want to do. This is Trade Along Trading Academy.com. Join us. They say be there or be square, right? That's an old adage. And we'll see you on the flip side.